Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are doing another customization video, and we're going to look at some of my Adventure Team G.I. Joes. All three of these are adventurers. They are using, none of this is vintage. These are all reproductions. These were sold by Walmart in a package that looked like this. And I bought multiples of it because I wanted to do a lot of customizations, which is what I'm going to show you today. The original version came in a uniform that looks like this. I previously reviewed the basic adventurer in a previous video, so I've already covered that. So this is what he looked like in his original version, but I wanted custom versions. I was able to pick up a bunch of different uniforms, and I'll talk about where these came from and talk about some of the features. This first one over here is the gear from the Arctic Adventurer, which was sold through the GI Joe Collectors Club. So the uniform and rifle come from that particular set. I'm not sure about the rest of the gear. I know this belt didn't come with that set, and I'm not sure about the other accessories. But I think it looks really sharp to customize that way. So that one's definitely one of my favorites. Here in the center, we have, I believe this is a British camouflage, desert camo. I'm not entirely sure about that. It might be sort of Desert Storm era, because I know the British military was involved to some extent in that operation. So I believe this might be the camo that they used in that war, the first Gulf War I'm talking about. And so basically, 21st Century Toys made a bunch of uniforms in the late 1990s, early 2000s, and this was one of them. And the cool thing about those 21st Century Toys uniforms is that in terms of the texture and the thickness of the uniform, it was very much like vintage. So, and they fit on vintage GI Joes almost perfectly. So I bought a number of their uniforms and have used them for customs in the past because I just think they look great, and it gives you a way to expand, so the sort of variety that you have in your GI Joe collection. And over here on this side, we have sort of a Night Ops version. Again, the uniform is 21st Century Toys, and then the accessories come from various sources. This shoulder holster is timeless. This pistol was produced by Cotswold. It's like the Adventure Team, but it's all done in black. So I thought that was very cool. The grease gun is all black, but I think that might be 21st Century. I'm not entirely sure which company made that. And then the boots on this one are actually Action Man boots. Have a somewhat duller finish than the GI Joe boot, but it sort of matched up more properly with this gloved hand. And these gloved hands are 21st Century as well. And I'm going to show you this whole arm here is actually customized. So you can see it can bend up way farther than a traditional GI Joe arm. So yeah, he has a double joint in the elbow of these arms. So that's really cool. You get much more added articulation. So I'm gonna undo the uniform so I can show you what that arm looks like underneath the uniform. So stay tuned. Okay, so I undid the uniform a little bit so I could reveal what this arm looks like. This arm is a total hybrid, basically, that I created using parts from three different companies. The top portion is actually from the World Peacekeepers. You might know them as Power Team. So, and I undid the plastic part, sort of cut that away so it would hook into the metal and elastic part that holds this GI Joe together. And then I swapped out the lower half of the arm for a classic collection GI Joe arm. So this gave it the proper length to match up with a vintage GI Joe arm. And then the hand is actually 21st Century. So again, three different companies to produce that. But the end result is very cool because again, you get that added articulation where he can bend his elbow all the way up like that. I really enjoyed kind of modifying that and doing that custom for this figure in particular. Gave him a little bit of extra flexibility. I was like adding extra articulation to figures whenever I can manage to do it. That's pretty much all I have for you today. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more videos like this, please consider subscribing to the channel because I will be reviewing other G.I. Joe figures in the future and showing how I've customized them. Until the next video, I hope you're having a great day, and thanks for watching.